Last week, the unthinkable happened. Hassan Nasrallah, Hezbollah's long-standing leader since 1992, was assassinated. This marks a new chapter not just for Hezbollah, but for the entire Middle East. With Israel tightening its grip and Hezbollah losing its top leaders, the future of this powerful group is hanging by a thread. Nasrallah was the face of Hezbollah for over 3 decades, leading the group through some of the most intense conflicts in the region. From the 2006 war with Israel to Hezbollah's controversial involvement in Syria, he shaped the organization's vision and strategy. But his recent assassination by Israel, along with several other top commanders, has dealt a devastating blow. The loss of Nasrallah has sparked uncertainty not just within Hezbollah, but also in the broader Palestinian conflict and Iran's influence in the region. Hezbollah is now scrambling to restructure its leadership while under relentless Israeli bombardment. In the last few weeks alone, Hezbollah has suffered a cascade of losses, both on the battlefield and within its leadership. The group's communication systems were cracked, top-tier commanders have been assassinated, and even Hezbollah's renowned Radwan force has been severely impacted. Israel's intelligence operations have been incredibly precise. Using advanced technologies, spatial intelligence, and strategic partnerships, they penetrated Hezbollah's inner circle, causing unprecedented chaos within the organization. One of the key vulnerabilities Hezbollah faced was its involvement in Syria, where it supported President Bashar al-Assad's regime. While it bolstered Hezbollah's position in the region at the time, this move inadvertently opened the door for Israeli intelligence to exploit its security flaws. According to experts like Trita Parsi, Hezbollah's communication systems were deeply compromised, making it increasingly difficult for the group to reorganize and retaliate effectively. Despite the losses, Hezbollah remains a formidable force. With over 100,000 members, a large rocket arsenal, and a decentralized structure deeply embedded in Lebanese society, this group is far from finished. Israel's air campaign has only destroyed about 10% of Hezbollah's arsenal, leaving tens of thousands of rockets still ready to fire. As the conflict escalates, Hezbollah continues to launch attacks on northern Israel, even though their leadership is in turmoil. Israel's ultimate goal in these attacks is clear: to decouple its war on Gaza from Hezbollah's involvement in Lebanon. By targeting Hezbollah's infrastructure, Israel hopes to weaken the group's support for Hamas and eliminate a key player in the so-called axis of resistance. But this approach may backfire. History has shown that asymmetric warfare can favor the weaker side. In 2006, Hezbollah held its ground against a much stronger Israeli army, and today, it could once again prolong the conflict, draining Israel's resources and morale. With Nasrallah's assassination, all eyes are on Hashem Safiuddin, the likely successor. Safiuddin, Nasrallah's maternal cousin and a close ally of Iran, is expected to deepen Hezbollah's connections to Tehran. Under Safiuddin's leadership, Hezbollah is likely to continue its resistance against Israel while strengthening ties with its Iranian backers. The death of Nasrallah may change the leadership dynamic, but Hezbollah's fundamental objectives remain unchanged. The upcoming U.S. presidential election could also be a game-changer. While the U.S. establishment remains firmly supportive of Israel, a growing number of American voters on both sides of the political spectrum are questioning the endless escalation. Whoever gets elected in 2024 may be forced to rethink America's unconditional support for Israel, especially if public opinion shifts further. Israel knows this, which is why it's racing to establish new facts on the ground before the election. The Middle East is once again at a crossroads, and Hezbollah's fate hangs in the balance. As Israel intensifies its efforts, will Hezbollah survive and adapt, or are we witnessing the beginning of the end for one of the region's most powerful militant groups? One thing is certain: the outcome will reshape the future of the entire region. Stay tuned as we continue to track the ever-changing landscape of Middle Eastern politics. Subscribe for more insights and updates on the region's most pivotal moments.